the run game here. Gurley. Room here to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Even. 4 down. Even. Maverick Wolf. Check 9.
Again they run. Gurley. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are in for 6. Now Zerline on and the extra point. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game. And he's got a 1st down as well. Now a 1st down throw. Watson. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, 45 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, guys, check me out.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. That one goes for 36 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
41 Mike, right here.
Another carry now for Gurley. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
4 down.
Out of the gun. Gone. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
Jester. Check, 50.
On 4th down, Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down early. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Tiger.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
To throw on second is Watson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Richmond.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. On first and 10, Watson. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Richmond. Keep it up, guys.
Throwing again is Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Texans on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is third and 10.
Come back. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4.
Black 99, feel it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It finds his target, Fuller. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So a first and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Tighten up.
Watson looks to throw again. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Tighten to the right. Move. Four down. Hey, lift.
On first down, it's Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Hey, we got 180. 90 is a month. 12.
To throw on second down is gone. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Shell.
Here's Gurley. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal.
Double tight. Listen. 4 down. Kill.
They get it to him running left. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Well, remember back to the first half when they went for it on 4th, didn't get it, and you said file that play away for later? I think this is the time to bring that up.
Yeah, we did say circle it, and let's see how it would play out, because if they'd kicked the 3 there, if they kicked that field goal, this would be a one-score game now.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for the Texans. 58 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Tiger.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Steps away to his left. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Houston is lined up for the kickoff. Number 10, back to return.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
3 down.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Eyes on 81.
Goff gonna throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Come back.
Back to throw. The middle open is Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. Spins by. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. He'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one, got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. Third and goal. Now a toss play. This is Foreman losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal.
Richmond! 3 down. Come back! 3 down.
One last throw here for Watson. And this is going to be caught. It's caught, and they've won the football game.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I'd given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like the cat kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.